Hello everyone, I'm Juan Carlos Torrado and I come from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, and I'm here to present our paper, Developing Software for Motivating Individuals with Intellectual Disabilities to Do Outdoor Physical Activity. Sedentarism is a really big problem for this population as they do not find easily motivation to do physical activity, or they do not have resources to do it. So we have been investigating how to use technology to motivate them in order to do these activities. So our research questions are: how can we develop game-inspired applications that motivate young adults with intellectual disabilities to do outdoor physical activities? More specifically, for the interest of technology designers, how can we design navigational assistance systems for young adults with intellectual disabilities? And what is important when designing games and applications for young adults with intellectual disabilities? So our research has been composed of 3 steps. First, we started with a literature review in which we reviewed applications, commercial applications, and ones made by researchers that address this problem. And we also interviewed tech company employees and designers, as well as nurses from special needs centers, in order to get the first low fidelity prototype and the first version of our guidelines, which would serve as an answer to our research question and as contribution to the scientific community. Then we gathered tech designers and teachers of individuals with intellectual disabilities in a focus group, in which we came out with a working prototype and the second version of the guidelines. And then finally, we gathered a group of users with intellectual disabilities to do a pilot user study, and then a group interviews with them and their stakeholders to come up with the final working prototype and the final version of the guidelines. Specifically, the prototype was designed by following the advice of all these stakeholders, and it's based on story points in which the user can do hiking following a path of story points in which they are told a story, and they get rewards in form of medals and Easter eggs, and they can follow the trail and they can get navigational assistance by means of street level pictures, because maps are too cognitively demanding for them, as they are an abstraction of reality. And we also relied on notifications by vibrations and messages with using images and pictograms, and we followed the major cell core paradigm of Salem and other authors, which is that the game is to be followed in a single instance of time and place and not to be used pervasively. The screenshots here are in Norwegian, but you can see that all the information is being displayed by images and icons, and they can also read some really simple text instructions for those who can read. So thank you very much for following the presentation. Here are the contact information of all the co-authors, and thank you very much.